Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Committee of the Whole meeting for Wednesday, May 20th, 2026. I'll now call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Administrative and procedural issues, 2.1, approval of today's agenda. The recommended motion is that the agenda be approved as presented. If someone would like to do that. Moved by Councillor Lockhart, seconded by Councillor O'Telling. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Contrary minded, hearing none, the motion is carried. I'll direct your attention to the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. 2.3, approval of minutes. The recommended motion is that the minutes of the April 22nd, 2026 regular Committee of the Whole meeting be approved as presented. Moved by Councillor Strong, seconded by Deputy Mayor Gould. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Contrary minded, the motion is carried. Business arising. Mr. McCracken, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. Draw your attention to page 9 of the package. Pleased to state that all the actions from the April 22nd, 2026 Committee of the Whole meeting are complete, and there's no ongoing action list, so that's the update.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. I would only add to that we should probably put something else on there so that we don't have it all complete. It looks way too efficient to see that all like that. So anyway, work well done. That's all I got to say. 2.5, public hearings and presentations. We do have a presentation this afternoon from Circular Materials, and I will turn the floor over to you, Peter, for a second. Go ahead.
Thank you, Worship. Yeah, I'll just introduce Stephen Rayworth with Circular Materials. He's going to bring forward a presentation for council. We've requested that he come and update us on how it's going with the new EPR program and Circular Materials, and allow you some questions and answers. And I believe we have a 10-minute, 15-minute time limit?
Well, that
5 minute, 10 minutes?
Oh,
no.
decent. It's 15.
15-minute time limit, so we will stick to that. And we'll give you the 2-minute countdown when we get close. So.
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome, Stephen. Go ahead.
Mayor, thank you for inviting me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephen Rayworth. I am the Manager of Transition for Circular Materials in Atlantic Canada. And I'm here today to talk about the EPR program in Nova Scotia. So next slide. So we're going to review, just to give you a little bit of background about Circular Materials. We'll give you a quick operational update. We'll talk about some promotion and education, and then we'll do a quick wrap up with questions. So some background. Circular Materials is a producer responsibility organization charged with running EPR in Nova Scotia on behalf of our producers. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But you can see from the presentation, Circular Materials is actually in a number of provinces in Canada. And in fact, we also partner with the PROs, or Producer Responsibility Organizations, in British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Quebec as well. So we work, in addition to running the programs in Ontario, Alberta, and Yukon, we work very closely with the PROs in the other provinces and one territory. I will comment that the only 2 provinces that don't have EPR right now are PEI and Newfoundland, and then the 2 territories that don't have EPR are Nunavut and the Northwest Territories. So what our goals are, as I said, we do operate the EPR program on behalf of the producers in Nova Scotia. So we do support them in meeting their regulatory obligations. But we're also here to build a more efficient and effective recycling system to advance innovation, increase system performance, and deliver improved environmental outcomes. You can see on the screen or in the presentation, those are our founders, some pretty big names behind us, I guess we'll say, so to speak, including like Costco, Kraft Heinz, Maple Leaf, Pepsi, a number of familiar organizations. And of course, these are all organizations that put packaging out onto the market for consumers to buy. So EPR for PPP in Nova Scotia. EPR, of course, is extended producer responsibility. PPP is printed paper and packaging. So in other words, the material that goes into the recycling bag for the most part. And EPR in Nova Scotia covers material that is put onto the residential sector, I guess we'll call it, in air quotes, via households, multifamily buildings, or dwellings, sorry, so apartment buildings, schools, and campgrounds. EPR is recognized as one of the most effective ways, I guess we'll say, to improve recycling rates and change packaging materials, what packaging is made out of. And of course, as you're all aware, EPR launched in Nova Scotia in December 2025. Current operations. As of today, we are currently operating 36 curbside collection programs, partnering with municipalities, in other words, opt-in municipalities. We have 4 opt-out municipalities where we're also providing collection. We're providing collection with 8 First Nations, and of course, we also have the depot program in Oxford for household materials. We've also stood up 46 Enviro depots to collect select materials in addition to what you can put out to the curbside. Beyond the curbside program, we are operating 15 receiving facilities or transfer stations and 4 preconditioning facilities or material recovery facilities. So that's the facilities where material actually goes, the bags get opened, and the material gets sorted. And as I said, we do represent the producers in Nova Scotia, of which there are 477 currently in the province. So again, the depot network, and I know this is one of the specific questions that was asked. We do currently have 46 depots operating in the province. We have added 8 since December 1st. Cumberland County is a focus for expansion. We currently are discussing or trying to bring Nova 4 and Amherst on board, and we're also speaking with the M&R, I believe it is, depot in Spring Hill. One of the things that we do as part of this program is we operate an extensive audit program where we take materials from communities, bring it back to an auditing center where we sort those materials into 84 different categories. And this allows us to identify things like what is the most common materials for contamination, things of that nature. We use that to eventually tie that into education and other programs. So I'm very happy to say, while we don't have, I'm going to say, statistically relevant data yet for individual municipalities, from a provincial perspective, contamination in the fiber stream is about 7.5 or 7.65%. And in the container stream, it's 15.76%. Fairly low compared to other programs in the country. Some of the common observed contaminants are actual garbage or residue, nested materials. So somebody took, say, a cereal box and put a plastic bag in it, as an example, books and other durable plastic items. So as I said, there's quite an extensive program. We'll be taking about 360 samples from across the province this year. And of course, that program will continue as the program matures. One of the, I guess I'm going to say, exciting things we're looking forward to is the stand-up of our new sorting facility in HRM. This facility is going to be opening in late spring, early summer 2027, and it will handle all of the material in both Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. So that's quite exciting for us. From a promotion and education standpoint, of course, we do, in addition to partnering with the municipalities, with the opt-in municipalities, we do provide select marketing campaigns or education campaigns, such as the Depot one here, or you'll see also on the next slide we have signs and other social media type education programs or education campaigns to let the residents know what's going on with recycling. And that's pretty much it for me, Mr. Mayor. I know you want to keep it quick.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
But it's ultimately, at the end of the day, as you know, for the most part, other than adding some materials to the program, the residents really shouldn't see a difference. And I'll take your questions.
Go ahead. Anyone like? Go ahead, Councillor Fromm.
I guess we've talked about this before, but it's the depot lack of depots is, Cumberland County's quite large, and
Yes.
like of my way and towards Spud Washers, or any potential?
Well, we are looking, we are already engaged with, KGB Recycling in Pugwash. And we also with, the one, I forget the name, down in Joggins. Again, I did mention we're trying to engage with Amherst and Spring Hill, and we'll be branching out to Advocate and other areas as well. But the other side of that coin is, you know, if you can think of us or identify a suitable location, please pass that along, and we'll try and see if they're interested.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Stelling, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few questions. So first of all, I'm just wondering, I seen an ad on Facebook about multi-unit resident, and they can apply to circular materials separately from the municipality. How does that
Yes.
work?
Yeah, so we do have an online registration tool, so for example, an apartment building, they sign up, it is on the Circular Materials website, I can I'll send the link to Justin, and then he can distribute it. So the apartment, if they're not already getting service, they register, we have cadences, so for example, the current registration is, I believe ends this month, the end of May, for service starting up in the fall. And then there'll be, as soon as that cadence ends, there'll be another one that starts. Depending on, I guess I'm gonna say the particular situation, like if they're already close to something that's getting service, maybe we can put them on right away, but I don't wanna speak out of turn. So the
Okay.
plan would be, if they register now, they get service in the fall.
Okay, thank you, and
Go
I
ahead.
have a few more.
Continue on.
Chip bags.
Mhm.
Do chip bags go in your blue bag in this program, or are people to take them to an Enviro depot?
They go to a depot, yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be a problem.
Right now, the program is designed around existing infrastructure. We had a number of, I'm gonna say constraints, we'll say, when we had to implement it. If you can envision, sorting in Nova Scotia is done manually right now. And if you think about things like chip bags and candy bar wrappers and things of that nature going down a conveyor, it would be pretty difficult to pick that off. So we made a decision to send it to depots, at least for the interim. I mean, maybe it will change, maybe it won't. But we had to do that this way at this time because it is existing infrastructure.
Okay, and how would that change happen if, you know, if we have a lot of feedback from residents about, because I foresee something happening, like they're just going to put them in a different bag and, you know, rather than collect all of their chip bags and take them to an Enviro depot, they're just gonna hide them, nesting, as you called it, I think.
Yes,
So,
yep.
yeah, so, what would the process be to ask Circular Materials to reconsider how that goes?
Well, I mean, you know, so just so you're aware, we haven't heard this, or this is not the first time we've heard that comment, and we are certainly taking it under advisement. I will say out in places like British Columbia, they're trialing things of that nature curbside. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's gained some national attention because it actually goes into a pink box that's placed at the curb. Yeah, so, you know, Circular Materials is certainly looking at a number of different options, not only here, but trying to gain from experience across the country. And we'll make improvements as we need to. Ultimately, we're charged with recovering that material and recycling it, so, you know, we've got to collect it.
Yep. Okay, thank you. I have some more, if that's okay, Mr. Mayor. Where does the material end up? So a coffee cup goes into the recycling, goes to one of these facilities, then what?
So at those facilities, of course, again, the bags are opened. The material is sorted into different material types. So for example, mixed paper, mixed plastics, aluminum, steel. And from there, it is marketed. Just the same as traded on the open market, just the same as gold or other things of that nature. Most of the markets are here in North America. where we sell the material to recyclers. So it's turned into things like plastic lumber, clothing, things of that nature. I can't think of a specific, well, in fact, there's a couple markets here in Nova Scotia, CK Hansport, Green Fiber Green Fiber in Debert that makes insulation out of paper. So it goes to various places.
Okay, thank you very much. And what is a producer registrant? Like an example from Nova Scotia, it says there's 477 producer registrants on page 8.
Yeah, so those are the companies that put material onto the market. So think your Walmarts,
Okay, I see.
anyone, Sobeys, Loblaws, any of our founders, McDonald's, Keurig, any
Okay,
producer of packaging to a degree. I mean, of course, there's exemptions built into the regulation, but
okay, thank you. And just one more, the education piece. Do you have a social media page that will shoot out these education pieces so we can share them?
we do, but we also rely on the individual municipalities that are partnering with us to provide that information. So while we do focus our education on opt-out communities, we do share assets with all the opt-in municipalities that they can put out as they see fit.
Okay, great. Yeah, just thinking about the chip bag situation and sharing that out is going to be important. We're going to get some calls, I'm sure, about that one.
Yeah, so Brenda, I know, has access to our shared drive with our marketing assets. I don't know if anybody else does in this area, but I know Brenda does for sure.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All good? Anyone else? Councillor Strong, go ahead.
Hello, Your Worship. Yes, I just have a question. On the picture of your new building in, is it Dartmouth?
Halifax, yeah.
It says RE Group. What does the RE stand for?
Royal Environmental. So it's one of the municipal group of companies.
Okay, I was just questioning that. And labeling, do you have that available to everyone to put, on their bins like they do now with what is supposed to be in this, and this, and like a brochure or a flyer or handout for what goes where?
So we do provide those assets on our shared drive that I
Okay.
mentioned that Brenda would have access to. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Yep.
thank you very much for coming.
No problem.
Thank you. Councillor Lockhart, go ahead.
Hi, thank you, Your Worship. I'm from Spring Hill, and I just get a question is, I think we need to have a little more education out there for people on this. I know I struggle with it, what to do with it. I had some, I'll probably get in trouble here, I had some styrofoam the other day, blew into my yard, and I ended up not knowing what to do with it. So I think that's a big thing that we really, I know we had a little flash out when we adopted it, but I think a lot of people willing to do it, but I don't think there's enough education out there yet for this. So I'd like to see, and by asking someone to go to a shared drive or something, we need to put something simple out that people understand. I don't really even understand it, to be honest
Well,
with you.
the first thing I will say is not a lot has changed. Yes, we have added some materials to the program, but generally speaking, it's still the same as it used to be prior to December 1st.
So I got a question. So this coffee cup, I
Yes.
may not have been doing this right all along. Does that go in with your plastic?
Yes,
The cup too?
correct.
Okay. I think a lot of people struggle with that because that is not plastic. But anyway, I was doing that part right.
There is plastic in it, that's the
And I
reason.
think the styrofoam, I think we don't have a depot for that yet here. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Okay.
close. There's one in Joggins again and one in Pugwash, but not close to Spring Hill yet.
Yeah. So,
But we're working on it.
perfect. Okay, so more education. Hey, thank you very much for coming.
Councillor Telling, go ahead.
Sorry, I forgot one of my questions.
No problem.
I used to be on the Northern Region Solid
Yes.
Waste Committee.
We were
and-
there for a while together,
Yes.
a few
and-
days ago.
a few days ago. We talked about different products that could be coming into EPR in the future, and one of them was solar panels, and I just wonder if that is a discussion within Circular Materials, or if that has come to you at all yet?
It has not come to us.
It has
That
not.
I'm aware of.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Counselor Redmond.
I really think we're gonna need some education on this, cause I don't understand it one bit. And to educate, like I'm seeing aerosol bottles there, well, we were so strict on, that's garbage, put it in your garbage, right? So people still are not up to date to how we recycle, and getting them to do this sort of thing and remembering that that goes in a different spot now in your coffee cups, et cetera. We need to do some major education.
I will make the comment that, as part of our agreement with the municipality, again, you are an opt-in municipality, and it does include funding for education.
There you go. Interesting. So back just quickly on the sites, so would community halls and fire halls and things of that nature be sites that you would consider acceptable or no?
Absolutely, we would, if they would accept the material.
Right, okay.
One of the concerns, of course, is receiving material that is outside the program, and you get big piles of
Exactly, so. okay.
stuff
I'm
that
just
you don't want to deal with.
thinking about Tidnish area and cottage country in the summertime and all of that.
But,
And you have a lot of
absolutely.
people from other parts of the world that are perhaps not, whatever, so familiar with this.
But no, if you think of a site, then, by all means, send it along, and we can take a look at it.
Awesome. Councilor Redmond, go ahead.
So these sites, they wouldn't have to sort them, it would be just like a drop-off, and you would pick them up and take them to Halifax, to the sorting site there, or?
Well, the material that goes to depots right now doesn't need to be sorted, so when you deliver it, we would have containers, just say side by side, and we'll have a sign, styrofoam goes here, chip bags go here, and then you put them in that bag, and then away they go and get managed.
So if these were set up at different locations, would like say if a fire hall or a community hall wanted to take that on, would they get paid for taking that on?
Yes.
Cool. Why not put 5 cents on a coffee cup? Like you do, then you wouldn't have so many on the side of the road.
That's above our,
Yeah.
ability.
Above our pay grade, so, awesome, good. Anyone else have any questions? See none? Well, I think we're finally done. Lots of good questions, so very good. Thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you,
And,
Mr. Mayor,
I
anytime.
Look forward to it.
I'm not
Very
far away.
That's right, that's a good thing. We may have more questions by the sounds of the conversations going on here. We'll be back soon with another list of questions for you, so thank you so much. Appreciate it, thank you. Awesome, thank you. You too. 3.1, we're going to organizational policy and bylaw items. 3.1, pole banner policy 25-04 amendment. Our director, Ally McCormick, will lead us through this item. Welcome, Ally.
Thank you.
Page 10.
All right, thank you, Your Worship. So at the April 27, 2026 council meeting, council directed staff to review the pole banner policy, specifically the relating to the pole banner capacity in Spring Hill, and draft a report with recommendations to the May Committee of the Whole meeting. And the report is in your package, but I'll just do a bit of an overview for you all today. So in September 2025, council approved a pole banner policy which established guidelines for the installation of community banners in Spring Hill and Parrsboro. And it included limits for both communities. In Spring Hill, it was 140, and in Parrsboro, it was 60 banners. The current limit of 140 for Spring Hill was established based on an identified installation route, and it aimed to balance the growing interest in community banners with the existing operational capacity and with staffing resources. As noted in the report, the annual installation and removal costs for 140 banners are approximately $13,300, and this is funded through the Spring Hill area rate. Council received a request from the Spring Hill Veterans Banner Committee to increase the limit beyond 140, and staff further reviewed the route, and they're confirmed capacity for approximately 27 additional banners through route extensions on Main Street and McGee Street in Spring Hill. I do just want to note, just for some context with this, that although the limit was 140,
in discussions with the Spring Hill Veterans Banner folks last year, they had committed to 142, and so we wanted to honor that commitment for them. So it was 140 last year. We allowed the 142, so we're counting that 142 in this when we're going through the totals. So with the additional 27 banners that we have determined, there's capacity for, this would increase the limit to 169 in total. If council does wish to increase the limit, this would require an amendment of the pole banner policy, and it will also increase the installation and removal costs to approximately $16,340 annually. And there would be a fee for this year for the purchase of new brackets to, again, accommodate the larger banner. And those brackets would cost an estimated $2,025. So between the installation, removal, and the brackets, it would cost an estimated $18,365 for 2026 and 2027, all of which would be funded under the Spring Hill area rate. So I'm happy to answer any questions from council.
Thank you very much, Ally. The recommended motion is that staff bring forward an amendment to the pole banner policy to increase the Spring Hill banner limit from 140 to 169 banners to the June Committee of the Whole meeting for council's consideration. Somebody like to make the motion? Moved by Councillor Lockhart, seconded by Deputy Mayor Gould. Okay, any conversation or discussion? Go ahead, Councillor Lockhart.
Yes, I want to thank Ally and her staff for this work on this. I met with the banner committee on a few occasions on this too, and when I was in Yarmouth at the convention, I spoke with some other councillors from different municipalities, Yarmouth and Cape Breton, and they had passed on some things what they do there, because the poles, again, we don't own the poles, Nova Scotia Power, and there's some criteria to putting up the banners. And I've passed this along to the committee, I just wanted to share this today, that what they do is when you first buy them, that you go in the best spots, and as years go by, your spot goes down, and when they're running out of capacity, the committee supplies a bracket or a stand to put it on your lawn, like the graduation one. So I passed that on to the committee. They seem to like that idea, and this is a very emotional topic in Spring Hill. We were, I believe, one of the per capita towns in Nova Scotia that sent the most men overseas. So very emotional topic, and I'm very happy that I believe they're going to be very happy with this, and I support this fully, and I want to thank everybody for their support on this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Lockhart. Anyone else? Deputy Mayor Gould, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Your Worship. Yeah, just the streets that you have here, just Main Street and McGee Street, the numbers, is that what is existing now, or is that with the new ones already in it? Are they gonna stay within that area?
Your worship?
Go ahead.
So within the existing road, and I believe you're referring to the map here, are you?
No, I was just in our meeting package. It
Page
says
11.
213
paragraph.
Main Street to 170, and then 210 McGee Street to 306. So even the new ones would be included into that? Oh, I see the map, yeah, next
Yeah,
page.
the map, so on the map, the blue and the purple, that was that included the 142 banners that we currently installed. The proposed extensions
okay,
for
sorry.
1 and 2, that's where it extends beyond McGee Street and beyond Main Street, and that would capture that 27 additional
Right.
banners.
I should have turned the page.
That's all right.
Thanks. No, that's good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ally. Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Thank you very much, Ally.
Thanks.
Business issues, 4.1, grants program, 2026-27. Mr. McCracken will lead us through this one. Go ahead, sir, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. Excuse me. Municipality grants funding to community organizations annually. As per our policy that was amended recently, council must approve grants in 3 categories: large capital grant program, small capital grant program, and the large operations and maintenance. The municipality, through our policy, has deliberated and made recommendations in these 3 grant categories. $263,000 worth in large capital grants, just under $47,000 small capital grants, and $225,000 in large operations and maintenance grants for a total of $534,995. The municipality received approximately $1.4 million in requests for financial assistance across all grant programs, not just these. But these three categories alone, there was $1 million. And of course, the financial implications will be the $534,000 and change will be funded from the operating budget as approved by council. The alternatives are council may approve the list as presented, or council may further discuss and amend the recommendations for the three grant programs. There's a list of recommended grant applicants for approval in your package. There's also a recommended motion on page 21. Your worship.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. Recommended motion is the council forward the recommendation to approve the large capital, small capital, and large operations and maintenance grants totaling $534,995 for the 2026-2027 fiscal year as detailed in the attached list to the May 27th, 2026 regular council meeting for consideration. Somebody like to make a motion? Moved by Councillor Fromm, seconded by Councillor Hotelling. Any conversation or comments on this? Go ahead, Councillor Redmond.
I just would like to thank staff on the way that this program has rolled out. It's so much easier for us, and unfortunately we can't support every group that there is, and I just think that the way that we're doing it is commendable.
Thank you very much, Councillor Redmond. Anyone else? Councillor Lockhart, go ahead.
Only my second year doing this, and I want to say that was a big improvement. I want to thank staff too from the year before where we went through pages and pages, and yeah, this was really good. So I want to thank the staff immensely for this work. Thank you.
Yes, I'll echo those comments. It certainly streamlined the process to the point where it wasn't a tedious task like it has been in prior years when we spent days reading through those things and whatever. So yeah, no, it's well done and well put together and well planned out. And I think that we, certainly see the benefits of that and very pleased with the end result. You do things and change things, sometimes you're not sure how they're going to turn out. And you have to be ready to pivot now and again. I don't think there's any pivot required in this one. It worked out very well. So thank you very much. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Thank you very much. 5, external reports and committee minutes. I commend this to your reading, which is included in your package. The following reports: the Cliffs of Fundy Geopark, the Community Health Navigator, the Cumberland Business Connector, and the Solid Waste Management reports. Number 6, internal updates, reports, committee minutes. 6.1, Administration Department monthly report. Mr. McCracken, you're now with the floor again.
Thank you, Your Worship. Draw your attention to page 35. It's the monthly report for April for the Administration Department. Always lots going on in human resources. We have filled and posted a number of positions due to seasonal workers. We have had some vacancies due to retirements. We've got some folks who have left for other opportunities, and so we're very busy in HR. I'm pleased to say that we've completed our annual performance reviews, so that precipitates some payroll discussions to enact the retro pay for staff and council. So you should be seeing that hopefully next week on next week's pay statement. Communications is always busy. Just some graphics there on our Facebook followers and the age and location of folks who follow us on Facebook. Seems to be our primary social media page. Occupational health and safety, regretfully, Brian Tennant has moved on to another position at West. He's sticking around for a few months to help us through the transition, but he was doing good work. We have a position posted for an occupational health and safety officer. I think it closes tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Information technology, very busy as well with their seasonal setup of the campground, Glooscap Campground office setup. Also did some water and wastewater internet replacements, and very busy with IT tickets, 186 this month, which is probably around 50 more than usual. And that can be attributed to preparation for seasonal and summer employees in opening facilities such as the campground and Cape Door. And finally, with community engagement, as you saw in a recent discussion, we've had good response from both our accessibility and equity and diversity committees. And those are the highlights, Your Worship. There's some graphics there on your district grants and customer service cases as well. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. Anyone have any questions on this report? Seeing none, we'll move right along. 6.2, Development and Planning Department Monthly Report. Director Boone, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. The report is in your package starting at page 39. I'll give a few highlights, and then I want to recognize some staff members that are here today. So first of all, Council, as you're aware, participated in the workshop working with our planning consultants as part of the plan review process. But just for the public, wanted to update that we're looking to provide an overall update on the program and the plan review at Council potentially next week in June at the latest, to talk about the process to date and give a little bit of feedback on what we heard in the community engagement process. A lot of folks participated in the survey and also participated in the community engagement sessions. We're working on 3 new planning applications, so things are busy in that respect, and we plan on bringing several of those to Council next week. Working collaboratively with the town of Amherst on a number of things, including tourism, which included presence at the Saltscapes Tourism and Home and Leisure show a few weeks back, and a joint economic development plan with the Connector, as well as been working a little bit on some updates with the Community Navigator. So a lot of things happening in the world of economic development. We have had some discussions with QIMC, which is the Hydrogen Development and Exploration Company down in the Advocate and New Salem areas. We will report it more for next month, but I did attend the community session with Councillor Strong last week to ask some questions and make sure they're aware of required municipal processes. In regards to GIS, our analyst has been doing some advanced training to keep our GIS up to date. ArcGIS Experience Builder is the program. I don't want to speak too much about it because it gets way over my head really quick, Your Worship. So we've been working on some more of the flood mapping information as well through the GIS team. And permits and inspections, a lot of training happening with our folks, which is in your report, the details. But wanted to note in the stats there that we were a bit down on what's been processed as far as new permits, but understanding it's a real busy time of year for applications. And so we're quickly getting on top of that. In fact, I spoke with David Buell, our supervisor, this morning. We're now sitting at about 60 permits in the process in the queue, but 20 of those have come in since Friday. So busy time of year, just like folks that may be listening to understand if you need a permit, the sooner you come in with your plans and get the details, the better, and allow us to provide the top-notch customer service that we strive to provide. And I just want to recognize 3 folks that are in the gallery with us today. I'm not sure they're going to be happy with me for making them come down, but I want to recognize...
They look excited.
Yeah. I want to recognize Brian Wood. Brian will be retiring with us at the end of next week. Brian has provided service in building and fire inspection with us on 2 different occasions, so he's provided more than 10 years of service, and so I just want to recognize Brian on his retirement. And Tanya Mills has been with us for just over 3 years. In fact, we started on the very same day, and Tanya was working with our permanent inspections team, but has been in the building official NASBOA training program and was just recently qualified as a residential inspector. So I wanted to recognize them both, and to recognize David, because he really leads the team with passion and integrity, and I'm grateful.
Good, very good. Awesome.
My wife, if she was watching, she'd give me a hard time for that part, but that's okay. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Councilor Tallon, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. The QIMC organization, I believe they were offering tours for people at the community engagement, and I wondered if it would be possible to request a tour for council to go see more about what they're doing down there.
Yep. Your Worship, back to Councillor Hotelling. I was aware of the opportunity. We have asked QIMC to present to council here in a formal setting, and I have contact with John and his team. So they have several folks that are on site, so I'll look to arrange something. We'll find out what councillors may want the tour. I don't know if Councillor Strong's had the opportunity, but obviously knows where some of the work's happening, so I will follow up with them and we'll look to arrange something. But I'm still working to have them come to present to council. We're hoping either May, which is next week, or June session, just to allow this full council to get an update.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
In, I believe, the Business Connector report, they are doing some sort of biomass zoning application. Can you explain what that is and how the municipality plays a role in that?
Your worship, back to Councillor Hotelling. So it's looking at providing opportunities to tap into some of the biomass from the forestry industry that's being underutilized. What happens with the BDO zone, it creates a zone that could run from here to the South Shore, but working collaboratively, but with the focus starting on Cumberland. And it's an opportunity to be able to show investors that we have the material, we have the wood fiber, we have the forestry industry that's managed, and all of those components that would open up the potential eyes and opportunities for investors. The original application we submitted as a municipality a couple of years ago when the program was kind of in its infancy, Your Worship. And this was an opportunity for us to put that project in the connector's hands. And Eileen, with her economic development, was part of that application and supporting the connector and what they needed. So the idea is it's kind of creates the research and the data to build up the story, if you will, and to be able to promote the opportunities here. So it becomes very scientific and related to sustainability, but it's also going to help us develop essentially a sales pitch to why people should be here and investing and utilizing the resources that are renewable and sustainable.
A follow-up, so is that a zoning that the county does, or is that something different?
Your Worship, it's not, it's called a zone, but it's a zone in the, maybe a region should be a better term. So it's not zoning like we do in our planning world. It's more about a district or an area that would be part of that, the zone. So the zone might be a little deceiving if we think in the planning terms, but it's more in respect to creating a regional network and a regional opportunity for those particular users and investors. It's no secret that with the closure of Northern Pulp, there's a lot of foresters in our municipality and adjacent municipalities and communities that are struggling to find a home for that material. So the low value, which still has a quality application of material fiber, can be used in a lot of applications. So and biomass energy production would be one of them potentially.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moon. You done? Anyone? Councillor Redmond?
I just want to recognize the employees here on a council level. We get a lot of nasty phone calls, and I must say that these individuals that are sitting here, especially David, is so easy to work with, and he makes the process so easy. I can't say enough about David. And Brian, I have worked with him in the past, and Brian has been exceptional inspector, and we're going to miss him, and glad that these other two are staying on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm glad there's the other two are staying as well, Your Worship.
Exactly, so, I just a few words to say too. Brian, I was gonna wish you a very long and happy and relaxing retirement. I'll leave it at long and happy, because recently I've been privy to the shenanigans going on next door to my house with grandchildren, and I don't think relaxing is in the cards for you anytime soon. But anyway, I wish you all the best on behalf of myself and council, and thank you so much for all you've done for us, so we really appreciate it, so thank you. Tanya, congratulations and welcome aboard. I hope you have a very long and happy and healthy career with the municipality of the County of Cumberland. Looking forward to all the great work you will do in the coming years. So, and for David, only I'll say this: thanks for looking after Glenn. If it wasn't for you, I'm not sure where Glenn would be at the moment. So anyway, thank you all, one and all. We really appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Boone. Next up, Finance Department monthly report. It's all about the numbers. Amy, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just a couple highlights from my report. As you know, the 26-27 budget is almost complete. So the general budget has been approved for operating and capital. The water budget is yet to come. We're just working on finalizing that to bring to council for final approval. Property taxes will be sent to residents in the third week of May. We are May 20th, so it should be tomorrow or Friday that they're in the mail. The due date for tax bills to be paid is June 30th, and after that date, interest will be incurred on the outstanding amounts. We're past year end now, so the finance department is working on entering and reconciling information for the fiscal year end and getting reports ready for the auditor to come in the next couple months. The low income tax exemption applications have been mailed out to anybody that applied in prior years. We've started accepting those. I think a few have been processed now, but as of the end of April, there had not been any processed yet, but they are being reviewed and approved. The budget, as you are aware, is $355,600 this year. 46 tax certificates issued in the month of April, and the service center numbers are there. April was a little bit slower, but we're expecting them with the tax bills in the mail to spike in May and June as per normal. And the batch transactions are included there. Those transactions, I just wanted to point out, like there's 2,364 in the month of April. So we kind of pull them out of the basic report because they aren't front counter transactions, but they are transactions that take time and staff effort. So there's a lot of transactions that kind of get done in the background. Your worship.
Thank you very much. Anyone have any questions? I only have one, just looking at the numbers for Napan, Upper Napan for April. The other three service centers, the transactions increased year over year, and then Napan was down. So is that explained by the batch change more so than anything?
Yeah. So the batch transactions are all processed in Upper Napan, kind of behind the scenes. So the in-person traffic was down, but a lot of people are going more to the online, not in-person transactions.
Right, yeah, dramatic difference, so.
Yeah, it is.
Interesting, so. Thank you very much, Amy.
Thank you.
6.4, Protective Services Department Monthly Report. Director Cole, come on down, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. The Protective Services Monthly Report starts at page 46 of Council's package. Under the emergency management heading, there was some progress in the month of April regarding ECC training for staff. There was training for the planning section, operations, logistics, and the finance section, which was very well attended by representatives of the municipality of Cumberland, the town of Amherst, and the town of Oxford. The advisory committee, emergency management advisory committee, approved the strategic plan at the end of April on behalf of the municipality. The plan was also approved by the other two municipal entities that are part of the REMO, which is the town of Amherst and the town of Oxford. Just so, I'm sure that council understands, but REMO is made up of those three municipal entities. So the Regional Emergency Management Organization is a tripartite organization. We have a planned exercise, so hopefully coming up in June. That'll be a tabletop exercise where we will simulate a natural disaster that the ECC will activate and overcome the obstacles for. So hoping to, in the next little while, organize the date for that. And also the elected officials training, we're hoping to do in the next month or two as well, as soon as we can find a date. Regarding fire services, the numbers were pretty similar. When discounted for mutual aid, we had 92 callouts, 51% of which were medical, 12% motor vehicle. And the busiest departments were Spring Hill, Pugwash, and Wallace again. The table that is at page 46, bottom of page 46 onto page 47, has the year-over-year summary of the 4 main categories of callouts, so that council can compare, this past April to April a year ago, et cetera. Structure fires or brush fires were significantly up, as were structure fires. And the 2-month callout statistics follow on that page. And bylaw statistics are the last 2 pages of the report, Your Worship. And happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much, Director Cole. Anyone have any questions on this report? Seeing none, I'll only make one comment to Mr. Cole. I see on watching social media in the last 2 or 3 weeks, seems to be a lot of activity with the departments with ongoing training and water rescue and transferring tankers and water things. Believe there's a day coming up in, the 24th of May, I think it is, in Pugwash area?
Yes.
Where there's going to be a large presence of fire vehicles there working on that type of thing. So it's great to see our departments taking, now that the weather has improved a bit, a very proactive approach to their training and their upgrading of their skills in the fire service in Cumberland County. So I'm very pleased to see that. So.
Yeah, thank you, Worship. That's been a focus of the municipality for the last 4 years, is increasing training and the type and breadth of equipment that the departments have at their disposal.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Ball. The Public Works Department monthly report is included in your documents for your reading pleasure at a later date. And 6.6, Recreation Community Service Department monthly report. Director McCormick, come on down, Ally. You now have the floor. And we're at page 51.
Thank you again, Your Worship. Included in your package, you'll find the monthly report for the Recreation Community Services Department, and as usual, just highlight a few items. First off, summer 2026 is shaping up to be a busy and exciting summer for us for recreation programming across the municipality. Our day camps will run in Powersboro, Spring Hill, and Pugwash, with mini camps offered in Wallace, Advocate, Northport, River Hibbert, and Wentworth. We're also offering pre-K camps in Powersboro and Spring Hill. Our sports programming includes a wide range of options, from girls at bat and ball hockey, which have actually started now, and soccer, multi-sport programs, pickleball, preteen softball, and t-ball will be happening throughout the summer. Registration opens for these programs on June 9th at 10 a.m. We really, every year, we encourage families again to go online and create your account through Amelia, and then that's the program that we use to sign up. So by you creating your account ahead of time, it just saves you that extra time to get in there and secure your spot in the programs. More information about the programs can be found on our municipal website or the Cumberland Rec Facebook page. So again, we're really just, we're a couple weeks out now, so it's getting exciting. And we have our summer supervisors and our leaders and our sports coordinators also kind of getting themselves settled in and going through the training. So we're seeing a lot more of our staff coming together this time of the year. Just 2 more things. Following the successful pilot of the Active Seniors Living Program in Spring Hill, we were excited to announce an Active Seniors Program in Pugwash, which actually started yesterday. It's a 6 to 8 week series, and it helps seniors stay active, improve strength and mobility, and connect with others. Weekly sessions include a mix of chair fitness, walking, games, stretching, pickleball, and senior-focused strength training. This is open to all abilities, and program offers a supportive and engaging way to stay healthy, try new activities, and enjoy time with others in the community. So we're really, again, encouraging people in the Pugwash and surrounding area to come on out and give that a shot. It was certainly well attended in Spring Hill, so we're hoping to see that build again in Pugwash. And finally, on Friday, the Blues Cap Campground opened for the season, and we're on track for a successful start to the season. Our campground manager, Judy, she returned in mid-April. She's been working closely with our facilities coordinator, Chris Douglas, and one of our campground attendants, Hannah, to ensure that the site was fully prepared for opening day. We're seeing strong early interest with a high volume of bookings coming through in our online reservation system. So again, we're just looking forward to another exciting season at the campground. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Ally. Anyone have any comments or questions on this? Or go ahead, Councillor Lockhart.
Thank you. Just more of a comment. Ally, I've been working with her a little bit on this and pretty excited. I wanted to announce that I'm going to put a thing on Facebook. When I was growing up in Spring Hill, West End Days was a very big event that everyone looked forward to in the west end of town where I live. By the old elementary school. So we've secured a date. It's going to be July 25th. We were going to do it on the 17th, but the wrestling's the same night, and that's also a big draw. We've got a stage secured. We're working on some entertainment. Got the street authorized to shut down for the evening, and looking for a big crowd. And would like to invite all the members of council if you want to come, and the mayor, and going to have some hot dogs, and they used to have a lot of things late in the afternoon for the kids, different games and whatever. So we're working on trying to replicate that, and we'll say that was some pretty old councilors, famous guys, Joey Tabor and Mayor Bill Mont and Carl McDonald and Bud Emberley were the founders of this, and I'm very proud to try to, and hopefully it's going to be successful to bring it back. So I'm very excited about that. So I just wanted to add and thank Ally for all her cooperation and helping me so far.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Lockhart. Anyone else? Councillor Redmond, go ahead.
Thank you. Mini camps, what exactly do they do at the mini camps? And I see you have Wentworth down and the location for it.
Your worship. So we have our mini camps. They can run, a 3 to 4 day, kind of a condensed 3 to 4 day camp that we offer. An example, we offer one in River Hibbert. That's a very popular location, and so we focus some efforts on not having the full 8-week program, but again, just offering a week or two in that location, and again, looking to other locations throughout the municipality to offer that same opportunity for some of the more rural communities. And we do pop-ups. Our pop-up programming is one that I really think provides us a lot of flexibility to get out to the areas like Advocate, Wallace, Northport, River Hibbert, and so that's a one-day event that we come in, and it's free, and we just want to provide an opportunity for kids to come play and be active together, and we try and stagger those throughout the year, and maybe be able to hit some of the locations a couple of times throughout the year as well. But again, just recognizing that we want to provide those opportunities to other places throughout the municipality in different forms.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ally. Appreciate it. Information items, contracts awarded by the CAO.
Thank you, thank you, Your Worship. I am not aware of any contracts that were awarded by the CAO, so I'm going to defer this until the CAO is present again. And so I'll leave it at that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. Before I ask for the motion to adjourn, I would note that in the absence of our CAO today, this afternoon's festivities seem to go along much more quickly. So anyway, a motion to adjourn, please. Moved by Deputy Mayor Gould. We are now adjourned. Thank you very much.